Happy Monday and welcome back to the latest episode of the Laura and Becky Show, sponsored by Dales and Peaks Estate Agents and Ringwood Hall Hotel and Spa.
It's the first full week of October. Thank you so much for joining us. If you're new here, then welcome. You've got so much to listen to. And as always, we love you if you've come back for more.
Now, I know I sound like I'm bleating on about this all the time, but it does mean the world to us. Give us a like, a subscribe, a follow, and if you've got time, a cheeky little review. Oh, and press that bell thing.
Yes.
Press the bell thing.
Press your bell. That's what we want.
Press your bells, everyone.
We're a little bit giddy this morning because we've got some new equipment.
We're going to sound like a right couple of geeks, right? But obviously we come into our little podcast studio every day to record this. And the old equipment is gone because it was playing up a little bit, wasn't it?
Yeah, we've got a Rodecaster Pro. I don't even know what that is.
I'll tell you this, it's sexy as hell, isn't it?
Right, mate. So now what we can do is it basically like a little, what do you call them? Like a little hot desk.
Little mixing desk.
Little mixing desk, that's it, that you get at radio stations.
For all the geeks out there who are listening, for all the radio people who are listening, it's a little mixing desk. You can press things and you can press the hotkeys.
Yeah. Anyway, I've got hotkeys. So what we usually have to do is record this podcast and then we say I go back and edit
Not
it.
me.
I add in the little breaks, the little music. Don't have to do this anymore because I got a button. Honestly,
God. Mate, do it again.
I can just put a in wherever I want. Also, I can just press buttons and things happen.
You're going to be doing those huss all the way through today, aren't you?
Also, this should sound very sick. Our voices should sound...
Are you listening now? Do our voices sound sexier?
Yeah.
Do they sound huskier?
Hopefully, they do.
Do a bit of the
What?
like M&S advert style thing. Go on.
M&S?
Yeah, you know what it's like. Yeah.
What about a bit of ASMR?
All that.
Well, I've got here a croissant. It's a little bit undercooked, actually. Look at that. Look at that. I take that back to Co-op. I actually won't make a noise, will it? Wait.
It will.
Oh, croissant.
Mate, never mind OnlyFans for you.
hell.
You could make money out of that.
I do love
People would pay money to hear you snuffle truffling a croissant.
Have you ever eaten a croissant or a sausage roll in a car?
Oh, it's messy. You get crumbs
Mate,
all over the place,
don't
just
you
like
just.
you're doing now.
But yeah, so I've got it's brilliant. We can also call people. We're connected to our phones on this, so
Should we
can
try
just
call someone?
just call someone.
Right, hang on.
Are you going to actually call someone, or are you just going to? Can I just choose someone that you should call?
Well, should we do Dave first?
Okay.
I'm hoping he might not be up yet, but my mate Dave. Let's
Right, I've got to figure out how to do this. Is it ringing?
Yeah, he says it's connected as well. Look, to the mixer.
Are you ringing him?
Yeah.
Hello. He's not going to answer now, is he?
I don't know. Might wake him up. I think he was working late last night.
Oh, he's not going to answer.
Welcome to the O2.
But it
someone else?
works, doesn't it? Why don't you try your mum?
I was just going to say my mum. I bet
Stand
she
by,
won't
people.
answer.
Stand by.
You're in for a treat.
God.
Why is nobody answering?
Oh, for God's sake, we've got this new equipment. We can make phone calls.
I know.
This is the
Bloody hell,
bugger
Mum.
off the lot of you. One
I mean,
more,
one
third
more.
time lucky.
Who should we...
Oh, I don't know.
Rid? Shall I try him?
Oh, okay.
Oh, hang on. He's actually in my phone as a different name.
If he answers, just be like, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to ring you. Are you going to actually call Ridian?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I think he's in the south of France.
welcome to the
Oh,
O2
for God's
messaging
sake,
service.
right, that's it.
Jesus!
We can phone people, but no one's bloody answering.
That's really annoying.
Oh, well.
Anyway, you know what? Press the little hurt button.
Yep.
I've got somebody who voice notes me and just says that. They go, huh.
Do they?
Yeah, it's lovely Rich who listens to the podcast. He'll just voice note me and go,
Do you know what, Rich? I'm going to give you your own her. Are you ready? This is just for you, Rich.
he'll
good, isn't it?
love that.
Honestly, I'm I don't want to sound like a complete knob, but I am excited about this.
Laura's got the biggest grin on her face today.
Makes life a lot easier for me as well.
It really does, doesn't it?
Right, hang on. Right, so we're going to...
Yes.
going to save us so much time.
I know, honestly, you don't realise how exciting that is that we can play it as we're actually recording the podcast. We don't have to go back and do it. Anyway, let's stop being geeks for a moment.
Yeah, boring the shit out of people, probably.
It's feeling very autumnal, isn't it, at the moment, right now, RN?
Am I allowed to say, why do we say autumnal? Why don't we say it's feeling very much like autumn? Or it's very autumny? Is autumnal an American word that we picked up?
I don't know. What was that? Someone breaking in. You know, I get paranoid.
I love
about
when
this.
when you turn round now and look at anything, your whole body has to go with you. You can't turn your neck because you've got a poorly neck. And it's just so funny watching. Like yesterday you did something, I was like, God almighty.
I am like a person with an ailment. Well, that is what I am.
Yeah, but anyway, autumnal. It is, isn't it? And we're up for it, aren't we? We're
so
here
up
for it.
I'm here for on Instagram, everyone now it's the autumnal content. So it's the autumnal wardrobes. It's the autumnal decorating the house. It's the autumnal food like butternut squash and pumpkin.
I can't stand butternut squash.
I'm not a massive fan of it. I tell you what we saw on Instagram the other day as well, which made us howl. In fact, it was when we were doing the podcast, I think we saw it. So this lady who I follow, she's got a beautiful house, right? She was doing this reel and she put on there.
I can't remember this.
You will remember. She put on there how to make pumpkins out of an old jumper.
Oh, fuck off, love.
Literally, we watched it, right? And her old jumper, by the way, I'm sure you're thinking about old jumpers you've got. I mean, literally scruffy, like holes in them, all bobbly and stuff. Oh, hers wasn't. Her old jumper looked like it came from the White Company. It was in perfect condition.
She has bought that jumper to make a pumpkin.
100%.
Like, what a waste.
But I was a bit like, all right, you've got me a bit here, because how the hell do you make a pumpkin out of an old jumper? So I was a bit invested. Anyway, she did a bloody good job. She did.
Bloody good job.
Bloody good job.
Who's got the time though,
But
love?
who's got the time? I'd rather just go down to Primark and buy a little ornamental pumpkin than sit there and sew up a pumpkin from an old jumper.
I mean, where were we? We were like, oh, who's got the time? And then weren't we like in bed, not together? Was it Friday afternoon? For hours, a couple of hours. And I was like, you know who's got the time? Me and you. Yeah. If anyone's got the time to make pumpkins out of jumpers, it's probably me and you. Not this week though, love.
No, we've got a busy week this week. Like genuinely, we've got a busy week.
I've just seen a post, right? And I'm not going to say the account because it's really mean, but I am going to read it out. And I was invested at first, and then as it goes on, I'm a little bit like, no, you've lost me. So it's like a home decor Instagram page. And this person's put a very autumnal weekend, pumpkin picking, crafting, dog walks in wellies and sitting in front of the fire sipping chai lattes.
I mean, did you really do that?
I mean, chai lattes?
They're vile, aren't
What is a
they?
chai latte?
It's really like sweet, I think, a very sweet drink. What was the second thing being crafted?
My new feature this year is a plant pot, which I moulded around with air-dry clay to create a pumpkin shape. I'm obsessed with it.
Do people actually live these sort of lives genuinely?
Maybe.
I mean, is she really there at the weekend crafting?
Well, I mean, beautiful house. I mean, to die for.
Let's see.
Look at that kitchen. It's nice,
Oh,
isn't it?
nice. Yeah, very
really nice.
country.
But I don't know. I don't know. I'm all for an autumnal weekend, but, you know, you've got to throw in a bit of reality, you know?
Yeah, a bit of like the dog
kids-
shitting on the floor.
Right. To be fair, my dog did shit on the floor this
And mine.
morning. Oh, there we go. Welcome,
Mate.
welcome to the club.
Yeah, there's your dose of reality for a Monday morning.
Yesterday we went pumpkin picking. We had the most amazing hour and a half pumpkin picking, didn't we? It was brilliant.
Yes.
But talking about reality, we then went for a gorgeous roast in the Tickle Trout, which is one of our favourite places. My daughter, miserable.
Yeah,
From the
what-
minute she got there, she come on this morning though.
Oh, sorry for
Rosie.
listening, Rosie. I was going to say, what was the matter with her yesterday?
Oh my God.
She did look a bit pale as well yesterday, a bit peaky.
Oh, she ate some apple sauce because she thought it was mashed potato. You never had anything like it.
Well, she couldn't eat the rest of her lunch
for
then,
God's
could she?
sake. Yeah, she was miserable.
Yeah, I could tell she was in a bit of a grump. You were funny though as well, because when we went to the pumpkin place, Village Pumpkins, by the way, in Barlow.
Oh, it's brilliant.
It's bigger and better this year, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's so
Oh,
good.
We had such a good day. Anyway, when we were there, you were telling, because both of our kids were like pushing the wheelbarrows. We treated them like slaves. We're like, push those wheelbarrows, kids, weren't we? That's right. Come over here. Keep them coming. While we were just swanning about picking out nice little pumpkins for displays. Anyway, You said something to your daughter, and she looked at you, and you looked at me. By the way, I'm going to lose my shit if she's grumpy with me today. FYI, just to let you know, I'm going to lose my shit.
Well, at one stage you were on the phone, right? And I was trying to push a wheelbarrow and Rosie couldn't pick up the other one. So I was like, it's okay, just leave it. And then Lily was like, I'll get it. And you're like, no, it's fine. And Lily, no, don't push the wheelbarrow. Don't. She's like, hey, it's fine, I can do it. This wheelbarrow, by the way, was full to the brim. It had so many pumpkins in, right? She picks it up, she walks one step and it tips over. If that had been my kid, I'd have been like, I told her. But I was like,
it's fine, Lily.
She's not my child. It's okay.
I did see that out of the corner of my eye.
Oh, did you?
I was on the phone having a chin wag, and I was like, Laura can deal with that. And I saw you all picking up the pumpkins.
But what she did, very clever, and I would have done this too. I was like, right, put them all back in then. Oh, mate, she was like, okay. But she did it. She just picked one up. And I was like, she's not going to put them all back in. She's like, just do this really slowly.
And
so Laura
comes,
Bless her.
Now, we are really excited as well because we have got an autumnal event tomorrow night, haven't we?
Yeah, we are really excited about this.
It's a very sort of small, intimate event. We've got some lovely people coming along to. But we have done a competition on our Instagrams as well, haven't we? And we are going to announce the winner on this podcast. Should we do it at the end?
I think.
Now?
Why not?
All right, hang on.
Do you know what? Whilst
I'm
we're
not
on the
prepared
topic.
at all. Bear with.
So we've written out all the names. It took us ages, didn't it? So they're all here, all in a pot, and we're going to pick out a name. Becky, you can pick it out.
Sorry, I've just got completely distracted because I've gone onto my Instagram and I've just seen a new reel by that woman who does the jumper pumpkins.
Oh, what's she making now?
Well, it was Sunday lunch yesterday, and obviously she's laying the table beautifully. So I've fallen down an Insta hole here. Right, hang on. Competition. What are we doing? Announcing the winner.
Yeah, pick one out. Who is it?
Okay, let's have a quick look. It is. Sorry. Oh, God, sorry. We're in a bit of a giggly mood today. It's Nicole Eats! Yay! Oh, Nicole, sorry. Oh, God, you won.
Okay, right, brilliant. Nicole Eats. What does she eat?
Name. Yeah, I know. I'm going to have a quick look
she's
at
a
her Insta.
foodie, is she? Well, that's handy.
That's very handy. So Nicole Eats, you and your +1 have won a space at our lovely autumnal event tomorrow night. We will send you all the details, but we can't wait to meet you.
Also, thank you if you did enter. We are hopefully going to do more of these, so just keep your eyes peeled, keep entering, and you never know.
Oh, yeah, if you didn't win this time, there's more chances to win. So our lovely sponsors, Dales and Peaks Estate Agents, they've got so many properties coming on at the moment, by the way.
Have they?
I
Busy
know.
little bees.
Busy little bees. They've got one that they've just put on, actually, about one they do like a little preview of one that's coming on the market before it actually comes on. You get a little sneak peek. There's a really nice Muse property, actually.
Oh, I've seen that. They've got like a drone footage of it, haven't they?
Yes.
It's lovely.
I love it when they use the drone. Do you?
Yeah, I like a drone
They've
shot.
got drone footage. If you do want to see this, go and have a little stalk of them on their Insta because they've got loads of drone footage. Why am I sounding so geeky today?
Drone footage.
If you like a drone, if you're a fan of a drone.
I like a drone that goes from the outside and then it goes through a door and like flies around the inside. Does it do that?
Does it do that? Hang on, I'm just watching the video now. That's the outside. Lovely. Oh, looks beautiful. Yeah.
Does it go in?
It goes in. Not through the front door.
It goes in. Though. Yes.
Yeah. How nice is that?
Yeah, go and have a look. Looks beautiful.
Yeah, find them on Insta, Dales and Peaks.
So what's going on in the world?
Together. We've got to stop.
Right. Okay, pull it together. Right. I can't look at you. You make me laugh.
Well, you have to look at at me. Who's sat opposite you?
Okay, what's going on in the world? So, okay, talking of autumnal, I watched Hocus Pocus for the first time over the weekend. And do you know what? It's quite good. Although I will say, they kept banging on about lighting a candle by a virgin.
Yeah.
I'm always a bit like, okay, I'm right at the end. They keep mentioning it. I'm a little bit like, all right.
I can't believe that you haven't seen that before. It's like a classic film.
I know, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Sarah Jessica Parker. How does she look that fit as a witch? Quite a weird witch, so I just love her. And Bette Midler. I mean, in fact, I love all of them.
They're so good. Did you watch Hocus Pocus 2? Because now that's come out, hasn't it, on Netflix?
So I was going to watch it last night, but I watched that SAS thing instead. What's it called?
Oh, do you know, I've forgotten that. So I started watching like the first two, I think, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's really good.
I've forgotten about it. Do you know what I watched over the weekend?
What?
Was the Marilyn Monroe film that's on Netflix, Blonde, it's called.
So that's getting mixed reviews, and some people like it's terrible, some people really like it.
Yeah, really mixed reviews. I actually loved it. It's produced by Brad Pitt.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's some of the things aren't quite as they happen. So the scene, obviously, at the end where Marilyn dies, that's a little bit different to how it actually happened.
Right.
But it kind of like alludes to stuff. It's really interesting. You know when you watch something about somebody and it's like a real life thing?
Yeah.
There's always things that you find out, oh my God, I didn't know that, or I didn't realise that happened. And you Google like a mad thing, don't you? I was literally like, right, Google that. Did Marilyn Monroe do that?
I don't know much about Marilyn Monroe, if I'm honest. I didn't
know a great deal. I mean, she had, I think, was it 2 or 3 husbands. She was in a relationship with 2 men. I think it's called a throuple.
Oh, is it?
A triangle, if you will.
Right. Was that what a throuple is?
I think that's what a throuple is. Is it a throuple? Just Google throuple.
Never heard of the word throuple, but I like it.
Yeah, so she was in this relationship with these 2 guys before she got married. Hang on, throuple. I'm sure that's what it's called. Oh, hang on. No. A throuple's a throat windpipe.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Back to the old throat again. Where the hell have you got that from?
Hang on, what's a relationship with 3 people? Hang on. I'm sure that's what it is. 3 people. Oh, polyamory? No, a throuple. It is a throuple, not a throuple, a throuple. But I will say this.
Go on.
It's not to be mistaken for an open relationship.
Okay.
It ain't open, but there's 3 of them.
Right, so it's a throuple. And a throuple?
Yeah, not a throuple. A throuple is a thing in your throat. But a throuple is 3 people in a relationship. Polyamory, if you will.
God, right, okay. Can we move on? Let's move on. So it's time to give out our 6th letter of our giveaway for Ringwood Hall Hotel and Spa.
Yeah, if you haven't yet seen this, we've been popping it all over our Instas at laurasummerslifestyle, at Becky Hayes UK. We are giving away a glorious spa evening.
Now, we went in there on Friday and people are ringing in to find out about the giveaway, which we are so pleased about.
We saw the lovely spa manager, Daniel, then. He's like, oh, people have been ringing in asking what this competition is. We're like, that's good.
So just to make it clear, what we're doing is we're giving away a letter every day on our podcast. We've got 10 more to give away. It spells out a treatment that you can get at the spa. Now, once you've got that treatment, we're going to ask you to DM us the answer and then we're going to choose a winner.
Yes. Now, these letters are in no particular order. They're all muddled up, but they do spell out a very popular treatment that you may have at a spa. So today's letter
is
C.
There we go. Now, if you haven't got the other letters, listen back to last week's podcast. There's a letter a day on each. Make a note of them. And the final letter we'll give out in about 2 weeks' time. We've got 2 weeks left.
Yes, keep a note in your notes in your phone or in a notepad or something, but keep a note of all of them because it will spell out a well-known treatment. And you can check out Ringwood Hall Hotel and Spa on Instagram.
Yeah, and on their website, ringwoodhallhotel.com. Right, so, mate, over the weekend, quite a busy old weekend. Oops. I had the in-laws over for a meal on Saturday night. Now, there was a particular reason for this meal, and it was to discuss the future plans of our big holiday that we're going on next year.
So it was basically a holiday planning session, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was called together by my father-in-law, Mike, and I did say I'd host it, so we did it. So, first of all, my brother-in-law has a newish girlfriend. She's not new. She's not really new, but my kids hadn't met her. Okay. So before she came round, Mike and Joy, mother and father-in-law, were around, and we played a prank on my kids. So we were like, look, just to let you know that Ali has a big wart, a disfiguration on her forehead. And she doesn't like people staring at it. So when she comes in, don't stare.
I love it. I love it.
Rosie, my 13-year-old, went upstairs and wouldn't come down when she got there. I was like, she's like, oh yeah, I'll be a minute. Yeah, I felt really bad.
Oh, bless
yeah,
her.
I think Grace kind of knew that we were messing about. Anyway, Rosie walked in, she looked terrified. She kind of like half looked at her and then realised. But yeah, so we did that first of all.
I love a good prank.
Anyway, we had a nice meal, got lasagna from Costco.
I tell you what, you haven't stopped raving about this lasagna from Costco.
I love lasagna, garlic bread and salad.
Can't beat it.
Name me a better meal than that. Anyway.
Sorry, just go back to the lasagna quickly.
Right.
Was it a biggie?
Yeah.
Because from Costco you get it in bulk.
It's a big one.
Big?
Delicious. How big?
God.
Quite
How did you fit it in your oven?
I don't know, we've got quite a big oven.
Good. I mean, was it enough for everyone?
Yeah, there's a bit left over.
What's there?
Grace had it last night. Is there anything else you'd like to know?
How many of you were at this planning?
8.
So 8. So the Costco lasagna fed 8 of you with a little bit left over.
Yeah.
Good. Lovely.
Okay, nice to know.
I want to get a Costco
Have you got
card.
a Costco card?
No, I need to
You
get
borrow
one.
ours, don't worry, take ours.
Thanks.
So anyway, so we're very lucky to be going on this holiday. We're going to Disney World in Florida. We went
Nice.
4 years ago, yeah. Anyway, mate, I'm not even... At one point, a spreadsheet was out. Yeah, my brother-in-law shared his laptop screen with our TV. We all sat in the lounge and devised a spreadsheet. Can you imagine what I did?
Fell asleep, probably.
Oh, yeah, I glazed over.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, what are we doing this? What?
What were you discussing? What was going on the spreadsheet? I don't understand.
Just kind of, well, you have to kind of plan your days now. They've changed Disney World a bit where you can't just turn up at a park. You have to pre-book it. So we were kind of going to figure that out, but I think we all got a bit. I mean, I was just sat there. To be fair, Ali, the girlfriend, she was quite quiet, and I thought, yeah, she's on the set. She's a bit like
She ain't bothered, is she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then started talking about like car hire.
Oh, that's
And
so
that was the point.
boring. That's so boring.
I don't mind what car we have. Any car.
Anything that gets you from A to B.
Yeah. But a spreadsheet. I wondered what I was doing in the family.
Mate, that's a bit much, isn't it?
I know.
That is a bit much.
But I think the spreadsheet. And then Mike messaged saying, here's some bedtime reading for you. And like sent an
after
article.
the meeting?
Oh, yeah.
After the meeting?
I can't read at bedtime. At the best of times.
No, and certainly not like information that you need to retain.
No. Anyway, the lasagna was good. So at least we had good lasagna.
But did you get all your planning done? And,
not at
oh,
all.
really?
They kind of left and I was like, oh.
What was the
I
point
think
of
they
that?
just wanted bloody lasagna.
They did. That's what they came round for.
Right. We need to go.
We've got quite a busy day today, haven't we?
We have. Yeah, look at the time.
I know. Right. You better press the button, love.
Okay, which one is it?
Oh,
wait, hang on. Let me just have a look here. Bear with. Sound.
Laura's pressing
I think
lots
it's
of
this
buttons.
one. We're going to hopefully... Oh, here we go. Yeah.
We'll see you
Remember to
tomorrow.
press that bell as well, please, if you're listening on Spotify.
Oh, yeah. And well done to Nicole Leeds as well, who's joining us tomorrow night.
Just pop that in there quickly.